you'd have a little bit of that. You put it on your thing here, which we'll talk about briefly. Dip the beef into it. Lovely. Right, okay. What's this then? It's not a plate. What is it? What do we do? A tray. I know, elegant. It's not a tray.
Discus platter.
It could be a discus, Betty, if you're not careful.
Yes.
It's not a platter. I know what you're getting at. They're platters.
The big one. Oh, right, the big one.
Right, what was this used for, mainly?
To stop me dirtying the tablecloth.
Yeah, but what you interacted with this in a particular way generally? Wow. Any clues on the surface?
Cutting.
Yes, it's a cutting board. It's a trencher. It can be either made of wood, ceramic, metal, and it can be square, oblong, round, depending on your money it's made from. So you cut with that. And more importantly, you eat the elements of your food completely separately. So if I wanted that, I'll eat that, or some beef there. I wouldn't have a bit of beef and a bit of tea. It's not a plate. I will eat beef on there and then move on to my next thing. It is not a service of food. I never remember which way around, if it's service à la Russe or service the Française. One way or the other, it's Russian or French. The idea of us eating all on a plate. I never remember which is which. The idea of us eating everything on a plate is very new in England, in Europe. And it should, up until not that long ago, most of your food would be in the middle of the table in some form on your own. In Portugal, I've got family in Portugal, you go to a restaurant and you'd order what's called a goz, which is an amount, and all the food is on a plate in front of you, served with your plate, and you select what you want to eat out of that. If you don't want any of it, oh, well, I want the chips and the beef, I'll have that. And you can still get that in certain restaurants, but you still now get the plate for the food. What if I don't want broccoli? There! I can choose it from the main dish or not choose it. And this allows you to do that. Right, then last questions. What happens to the unbroken food in the middle of the table, what do you think?
What's left over?
Well, yeah, you've got the scraps left over here, and then you've got the leftovers here. So, what happens to the scraps? Bits of gristly meat.
Well, they go and feed the dogs.
Yeah, thrown away, possibly dogs, whatever. Yeah, they're just discarded in some way. Like this stuff. Servants have their own dinner, madam. Otherwise, you wouldn't have servants for very long. Servants are not slaves, they are paid members of staff who have their own dinners, albeit not as sumptuous. But no, good guess. Who else could they go to? To the poor. I mentioned earlier that you're not supposed to eat too much. In actual fact, you eat very little in the way that we would understand it. But there is an expectation of leaving food over for the poor. It is your duty as Christians, wealthy people, to allow some for others less fortunate. If you are really, really wealthy and you are a major landowner, an earl or a duke, you would have a member of staff whose job, one of his main responsibilities, is to giving food to the poor. And he'll be an almoner, hence the terms alms for the poor, alms houses, right? They are gifted this unbroken food, not chewed up bits of stuff. That's wrong. That's disrespectful. This stuff, good clean leftovers, go to the poor. And you might argue, though, perfectly well, the poor are going to eat better than the servants, but they don't really, because there's only a few people getting a little bit. But yes, this is a distribution. It's an expectation. It's not as we are told it on TV. There you go, 10 out of 10. You are now Tudor diners. Well done. Oh, they can eat the bread at any time. You can cut that into small pieces.
Little pieces. Are you allowed to dunk it in the
No, you are not.
You can't dunk it in any of the...
You can't dunk it in any of those things. You could have had some of that on here, and you cut your bread small. Okay.
So you can eat that along with your...
Yeah, or use it to clean a knife.
Yes. When you're going from...
Got a straw?
to...
Thank you. There you go.